Tell us how you got started. What was the genesis of doing this great week for these kids?
Well, last summer I was talking to a friend of mine, Sharon O'Brien, the artistic director of Stories That Soar and Share More Children's Productions, on the telephone. She was in Tucson, I was in my yard here in Bisbee, and I just said, hey, I think that Stories That Soar is great. I think we need to find a way to get some money to bring it to Cochise County, especially here, Bisbee and Naco. And she jumped right on task, filled out a grant, and Freeport-McMoran came through for us and gave us $14,500 to do this multi-tiered program. It's been phenomenal.
Now, besides the acting part, just take us real quickly through the entire program.
Okay. So late in January, we brought the Magic Box to the schools, and we did some assemblies for the kids with the Magic Box, telling them about Stories That Soar and the Magic Box, and that the Magic Box was hungry and needed to be fed. And then we put the Magic Box at the Copper Crane Library, and we had the kids for 3.5 weeks feeding stories to the Magic Box. Then the Magic Box went back to Tucson, where Sharon O'Brien, the artistic director, started reading all 193 of the stories, awesome, tons of stories, and started sorting them through. And then her cast got stacks of the stories to start unpacking, and then they're actually currently rehearsing those stories to be performed on March 26th at 3 p.m. at MAKE, the Youth Arts Festival at Central School Project. Another stack of those stories was set aside to be illustrated, and this week there's the bookmaking project at the Copper Queen Library, and that's happening right now. We've got a lot of participants happening, and there's approximately 13 books being illustrated right now and published, and those books will be presented back to the youth authors on March 26th at right before the professional artists perform the stories that they chose.
Okay, now 192 entries, that's really terrific, and congratulations on that. How did you go about finally narrowing it down to just the few, comparatively speaking?
Well, Sharon has kind of a mathematics to it. She goes through a very big process of reading the stories, making piles, so there is representation from all the schools in the area. So there will be stories from Greenway, from Lowell, there will be stories from Naco, there will be stories from the Montessori Playgroup, and there will also be stories from homeschooled students in the area. So there's a wide representation of all students in the area.
I would imagine with 192 entries, the storylines ran the gamut.
Absolutely. There was really funny stories. There's some emotional stories about relationships and families. There's wacky, wild horror stories that I understand are going to be performed. So it's really exciting that the kids just were able to be really creative. And this was a voluntary project. They didn't have to write these stories. And a lot of the kids actually wrote 3 or 4 stories for the Magic Box.
Do you think you've seen some pretty strong future talent?
Absolutely. The talent in Bisbee is amazing. The kids' stories, all of the stories that were submitted were just exceptional. And the kids here in my class have been wonderful to work with this week. They've been enthusiastic, energetic, and just really ready to learn, and I'm just really proud of them.
Tell me about the role that you played.
Well, I played the role of being a ninja and fighting another ninja.
Uh-huh. So what do you think about ninjas?
Well, I think they just fight to be good.
You'd like to do more acting in your lifetime?
Oh, yes, I like to act, so I probably want to act more.
Uh-huh. What do you like funny things or serious things, or do you have a preference?
Well, any kind is good.
There you go, because it's going to challenge you, and you'll learn, like you learned about ninjas. You didn't know anything about ninjas, and so when you play other roles, you'll learn about those kinds of things too, right? Yeah. So, you know, the life of an actor or actress is very exciting because you get to experience all these different things, and I think you'll probably be pretty good at it. You got the look. You got the actress look.
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do. Did you learn anything in this class? And if you did, tell us what it is.
Friendship and teamwork are really good things throughout your life.
Mm-hmm. And what if you don't have teamwork? What happens then?
You're picking up a really big block. You have no one around you to help you. Can't pick it up.
I see. So the block is so heavy you can't do it by yourself.
Yes, That's technically what I'm saying.
I gotcha. Okay. So, are you going to do more acting in your life?
Yes, not right now. I'm in too much sports already.
Uh-huh. So you just don't have time for it. But you think you'd like to go to Hollywood someday?
Yeah, probably will.
Uh-huh. Okay. And so you want to be famous?
Really, I might be in SeaWorld for the rest of my life, and I might not.
I see. Okay. So you learned teamwork here this week. Let me ask you, was this fun?
Very fun. I can tell you that right now.
Okay, well, I'm certainly glad you did. Well, listen, thank you. You're a good kid, and you look real good on camera, so you should definitely do well as an actor if that's what you decide to do. Okay, buddy?
Okay.
Is there anything you want to say to all your friends out there about this week?
No, but he does.